Hello, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Morgan Venn. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and I make a lot of travel and health content here on my YouTube channel. You can stalk me if you want, but today in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how you can actually tone up or lose water weight in a quick amount of time. And I usually don't like to make these kind of YouTube videos because I truly believe health and wellness is all a lifestyle and there's no quick fix. But this video is highly requested, and as someone who photographs herself for part of her living, I have learned some tips, both healthy and unhealthy tips, that help you lose that water weight or just help you feel a little more snatched before a photo shoot, or maybe you're trying to go and take pictures. And I want to make a quick disclaimer. This is a huge thing to keep into account. No one looks how they do online, and everything is either angles, lighting. A lot of people Photoshop their images, so you really shouldn't be comparing yourself to someone else. And I'm in no way saying you should do any of these things long term, because truly I think the best thing you can do for both your physical and mental health is to truly love the body you were given. And I know it sounds like, okay, duh, but for background, I used to be extremely insecure in my body. Even when I was medically underweight, I didn't feel secure in myself. And so I truly don't believe you have to look a certain way to feel confident. Confidence does come from within. I used to be so insecure about having smaller boobs, and I've always wanted to have bigger boobs. But then I started to appreciate the body I have, and I truly feel so confident in who I am. And if someone doesn't like me because of my boob size, or if someone doesn't like you because maybe you think you're bigger, or maybe you don't look like the next girl, that's their problem, and you are so much more than your body. But if you are looking to lose a little bit of water weight or tone up before a vacation or taking photos, then these tips are for you. And if you're struggling with really bad body image and you struggle with food issues, please click away from this video. I'm not going to be saying anything too triggering, but at the same time, the best thing you can do for yourself is to go on a bit of a food freedom journey, try intuitive eating. You should be implementing habits that make you feel good, rather than just searching for quick fixes. But as I mentioned, I do take photos and videos for a living, so I know the desire or the need to maybe feel toned before doing so. And I honestly hate when people lie and gatekeep this information. Let's be real, everyone did something to look a certain way. Victoria's Secret models, they didn't drink water for 3 days in order to look so snatched, you know? So let's just put the honest truth out there, and you can decide what is healthy and what isn't for you. So one thing I've done, and this has worked in the past, is if I'm going and taking a lot of photos, about 2 or 3 days before, I would just slightly reduce my carbohydrate intake. So what this means is I would still eat whole grains, potatoes, bread, but I would maybe reduce some of the artificial sugars like cookies, and I am a sucker for Oreos. But essentially what this does is allows your body to reduce some water weight, because carbohydrates can make your body hold onto water more. But again, this is a short-term fix, and this isn't a lifestyle tip. I eat carbs every single day, and actually carbs are your body's preferred fuel source. So in no way are carbs bad for you. But if you're looking to have your muscles pop a little, if you're wondering how do these Victoria's Secret models look so snatched, it's probably because the week before they reduced their carbs and ate probably very protein rich and fiber rich meals. The next tip is a week or even 2 weeks before, if you can, drink a lot more water. Staying hydrated is so good for you, and also this is really good for your digestion. So if you can, the week prior to taking photos or going on a vacation, drink a lot of water. Your body actually will get used to the amount of water that you intake. So while maybe at first when you're drinking a lot of water you might feel really bloated or puffy, that's because your body's going to balance itself out, and then eventually it gets used to it and you might find yourself needing more water. The next thing is to increase your total daily energy expenditure. So how you can do that in a very easy way is through walking. And I like to walk a ton. I honestly feel like walking is the easiest exercise and can allow you to tone up or burn extra calories without you even thinking about it. But again, I don't think calories should be the focus. I personally do not count my calories. I focus on what makes me feel good. And even this past week, I've barely walked because it's been so gloomy outside and I just don't feel like it. But that is another great way you can increase your calorie expenditure and burn more calories. The next tip, and this is just a good tip overall, is to increase your protein intake. So especially if you're working out and you're trying to build muscle, protein can really help you build lean muscle mass. And it can also really help with keeping you satiated, which basically means that you're gonna feel fuller for longer and you're not gonna feel as snacky as you would if you don't have a meal that's centered around a protein source. The next thing thing, and this is something I do personally, I don't know if this works for everyone, but probably a week before I'm doing any photo shooting, I actually will stop weightlifting because I've found that sometimes weightlifting causes my muscles to flare up and hold on to water a little more, which is completely natural and normal. So I actually will not work out before a bikini shoot. Well, I take that back because the next tip kind of relates to this. But again, a lot of this is just water retention. And while I'm not saying you shouldn't weightlift, like I love weightlifting, that is, I think, how I've toned up the most is by building a lot of muscle. I think pausing for a week before or even a couple days before, I feel like I look a lot more snatched than I would expect to. I don't know. And then the next thing, as I mentioned, I said, oh, I don't exercise before. I lied. I actually will do like a really sweaty workout the day of, and I love going to Core Power Yoga Sculpt because it's a really hot room where you do a workout, and I just feel like you can sweat out a lot of excess water. And then the next tip, and maybe this is very specific to the girls, but I feel like a fake tan will always make you feel more toned and lean and just like overall make you feel really good about yourself. It's so funny. There's so many jokes on the internet, like a fake tan cures all insecurities, because truly whenever I feel tan, I feel so much more confident. So honestly, if you're gonna go take photos, put a little fake tan on or lay out in the sun if that's what you prefer, but I like to fake tan. Those were all the tips I had for you. I know this was a really short video, but the last thing I want to touch on is this mental aspect. I keep having a little like baby hair up here. It's very annoying. But in terms of your mentality before taking photos or going on a vacation, going to a beach day, I know it sounds so cheesy and stupid. Honestly, manifestations and affirmations, I believe, truly work. I will play this specific manifestation affirmation song or audio thing from Spotify right when I wake up. I'm also gonna drop it in the description. I don't even know this creator. I just like really like this specific audio. She has a ton too about feeling more beautiful and affirming self-love and finding like your perfect partner. But I do believe affirming to yourself every day, I am beautiful, I love my body, truly works, because the more and more you say something, the more you end up believing it, which is also good to keep in mind with negative things. If you keep saying negative comments about yourself, it's gonna be something you believe. So the same is true with positives. If you keep saying to yourself, I love my body, I look so good, I feel gorgeous, I'm so effortlessly fun, you eventually begin to believe it. And I have truly seen this for myself, especially in the last few months, and it just feels incredible. So if that's like the one healthiest advice you can take from this video, is daily affirmations. Those work. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to check out some of my other content. I make a lot of health vlogs where you can see me working out, and a lot of my travel videos as well, where I sneak in a few tips here and there. But thank you again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.